Pathmonk is the AI for website conversions. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50% by adding Pathmonk to your website in seconds, letting the artificial intelligence do all the work, and increase conversions while you keep doing marketing as usual. Check us out on pathmonk.com. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Pathmonk Presents. We're really looking forward to today's episode. We've got the performance marketing manager over at Everytable. Yuriy, how you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Kevin.
Of course, looking forward to learning about what you guys are doing from a marketing and growth perspective. So, before we kind of dive into everything and understand what's going on from a marketing perspective over at Everytable, maybe you can give our audience a little bit of a background. What is Everytable? What's it all about? Just give us the background.
Yes. So at the core of it, we make fresh, nutritious, scratch-cooked meals. Have it delivered to any one of our locations in LA or San Diego. You can you can buy meals online, have it delivered to your place, or you can have it picked up at one of our locations as well. And then also, we offer discounts if you do want your meals delivered, on repeat as well. But our biggest goal is to, make it as affordable as possible, cheaper than fast food, and healthy and nutritious.
So it's kind of like a healthy e-com website where people can buy pre-made meals, but it also seems it's kind of like some brick and mortar stores in certain city locations as well, where you can drive some foot traffic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. So a nice little combination of both. All right, got it. So, in order to learn a little bit more about what you guys are doing from a marketing perspective, I'd love to know, like, who is the primary audience? I know when I was checking out the website, it looks like anyone can go on and buy a meal or kind of like a package, but it also seems like you kind of work with some businesses as well. Maybe you guys can tell us, like, who are the different audiences or companies that you work with? What are the problems that you're solving for them, and what sort of services can they expect?
Yeah, so a lot of our customers, we service a wide range of customers, families that are living with food insecurities, busy professionals. Like a lot of our stores are near corporate locations. A lot of our stores are near schools and universities as well. Busy families that have kids and don't have the time to cook or make meals. But yeah, you're right. We also offer other services on our website. We do Every Table at Work, which we offer employee meal programs at subsidies for a lot of companies, which is a great deal. We also have other food service programs that we do. We provide meals for homeless shelters. We provide meals for seniors, medically tailored meals at hospitals and healthcares. Like a lot of our catering orders are at hospitals. So yeah, to answer your question, it's a wide range of people.
It sounds like you guys are doing some really great stuff over there. But more than anything else, I mean, the vibe that I'm kind of getting is that, anyone can kind of go on, let's say, like Uber Eats or something like that, or DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever it is, get some burgers, get some pizza, whatever it is, right? But it seems like you guys are providing kind of like healthy alternatives to kind of the norm, if you will. Is that kind of right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Super nutritious. Like my girlfriend, she's gluten free. You can't find a ton of gluten free options out there, but there's like even our desserts. We make scratch made desserts that are gluten conscious and dairy free. So we fit all sorts of lifestyles. Like we have some vegan options, we have vegetarian options, keto, whatever diet you're into. Yeah, so it kind of fits any type of lifestyle you're trying to live.
Awesome. Nice to know. Okay, so I want to start focusing a little bit on kind of the marketing efforts in general. Maybe you can kind of tell me, like, how does the audience typically find out about you? Like, what sort of channels is the marketing team using to kind of acquire new business?
Yeah, so we're really big in the local community. So we do a lot of local events. So there's word of mouth and organic, but from like a marketing standpoint, and like most of our new customers that we get are from Google Ads, Meta Ads. Those are probably the biggest spending media channels. We also do advertising on TikTok. We do advertising on Nextdoor, do advertising on Yelp. And then I'm also in charge of doing email marketing campaigns and SMS campaigns on Klaviyo that we have a
Mm.
really, really good conversion rate there. Yeah, so we send about 3 emails a week, and usually we try to drive people to our website, get them subscribed to our newsletter, and then I send email marketing emails. Like this week is March Madness, so sending a bunch of March Madness emails, and we're doing some events with centered around March Madness, doing competing meals against one another and trying to grow our social media presence as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so speaking about how you kind of reach all of these different people and speaking about kind of your email marketing campaigns getting a lot of great conversions, I want to talk about like what sort of a role does the website play in terms of overall client acquisition or conversions, selling meals, things like that. So maybe you can tell us, how does the website play into all of this? And do you feel like there's any major strengths or weaknesses to the website when it comes to making sure you guys are getting conversions?
Yes, absolutely. So I think our website does a really good job cultivating subscription offerings and like loyalty programs. You can create a password, log in, have your meals delivered whenever you want to. Yeah, and I also like it helps me a lot when I'm able to drive traffic to our website, get people to sign up, offer them some sort of discount to coming into the store, buying some of the meals. So yeah, to answer your question, like the website is huge because that's how we drive traffic. Like we spend all this money on all these paid media channels. We need to get the right type of person to the website, and have them intrigued enough to buy one of our meals or reach out if they have a question. We have a great customer support team out there as well. So but yeah, for the most part, cultivating those subscriptions and cultivating those people that are signing up to our newsletters.
Speaking of conversions and kind of the different channels that people are coming through, it seems like you guys are putting a lot of efforts into the paid media, driving traffic through whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google, anything like that. But I know that you guys are also doing quite a bit in terms of your organic SEO. So maybe you can tell me like, where are you seeing the highest conversion percentage on the website? Is it more so a specific paid channel, or is it organic, or maybe there's a different channel that I'm not thinking of at the moment? Maybe you can tell us like, where do the highest conversion percentages come from per channel?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, for the most part, our organic does have the highest conversion percentage. It doesn't get us the most amount of conversions, but the reason for that is because, like our website, we are transitioning to a new website. Like our website isn't built for SEO, so a lot of our organic traffic that we get is for Everytable. And as you know, like branded typically produces the biggest conversion percentage from there. Like when I came on board at Everytable, we were spending a ton of money on Google. And the first thing that I noticed was we were spending 95% on branded traffic. So our conversion rates were really, really high. So I noticed that right away. Like our biggest, focus is to get people to convert on our website to buy our meals on our website, and then B, to get that same type of person to be a new customer, right? Because if you type in every table, you've probably bought from us before. Yeah,
Probably already know you, right? Yeah. And when we talk about the
exactly.
branded keywords, these are people that already know about you. So you need to discover new people need to discover you through unbranded keyword searches
Exactly.
from an organic SEO perspective. And you, of course, you can't expect to have as high of a conversion percentage from
Mhm.
that
From
traffic.
non-branded. Yep.
But you still want to make sure you're getting as many conversions as possible. Okay, that's really interesting. And then a follow-up question to that on the same topic as conversions. I know that kind of the primary goal is most people just go on, figure out what meals they want. They can order it. It can be delivered straight to them, right? But
Yeah.
you also want to get the subscriptions. You also want to have businesses contacting you to set up business accounts, right? Like, what are some of the primary conversion goals and how do you prioritize them?
Yeah. So number one, it's purchases. So a person goes to our website, like a lot of times, if somebody is looking for pre-made meals near me, they don't know that we're a meal subscription. They don't know they can get a subscription. So they go to our menu page, they buy a product, and then there's a few different areas where we follow up and are like, hey, you can get 10% off if you sign up for the meal subscription. You can skip meals, things like that. So the first, like the most important conversion metric is purchases. And then after that, like, my goal is to try to turn that person into potentially using our subscription services. And I send a lot of emails to clients who have made purchases, aren't meal subscribers, to follow, to tell them how it works, to tell them all the perks and all the benefits of that. And then aside from that, so number one is purchases. Number two is like subscribes, people that subscribe to our website. I'm tracking contact forms and things like that, but typically, that's like a secondary conversion metric. It's not part of our overall conversions that we're trying to track.
Okay,
But
makes
yeah,
sense. All right. So, I think we've got a pretty good picture as to what's going on with Everytable. I want to know a little bit more about Yuri as the marketing professional, and I want to go into kind of a couple questions that focus a little bit more on you. So, to get started with that, maybe you can tell us, like, as a performance marketing manager, what does your day-to-day look like? What are some of the tasks that you're typically focusing on?
yeah. So campaign management, we run ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. My job is to make sure that we're getting the lowest CAC or new customer acquisition cost as possible. Like I said, I do email marketing with us, SMS marketing at Everytable as well, and then we also are on delivery apps, like you mentioned earlier. Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats. There's advertising that's on there as well. And yeah, I'm in charge of monitoring performance, making sure that everything is up to date. Making sure all the creative testing is done, and just general optimizations. And then recently, I've started to do a lot more with SEO. We do have a company that is doing SEO for us, but I'm also providing recommendations and things that I'm noticing that from paid media that we can implement for our SEO. So trying to grow the non-branded part of SEO as
Yeah,
well.
it sounds like typical for campaign monitoring and optimization, a lot of keeping a close eye on what the metrics look like, testing something out to see if we can improve it, follow up on what those results look like, positive or negative, make the
Hmm.
necessary changes, and continuously doing this to drive results, on that steady incline.
Hmm.
Yep,
Exactly. Yeah.
totally makes sense. All right. Okay. Next, I know that we're always trying to get smarter, better, improved, with anything that we're doing. And there's a lot of different places that you can kind of go to grow and learn and kind of consume different types of content. Maybe you can tell us, where do you go to kind of stay up to date and make sure that you're, the best performance marketing manager possible?
Yeah, so a lot of those, like Klaviyo, for example, they have insights and they have news articles all the time to try to improve, campaign flows and just overall campaigns. Meta has the same type of things about insights. And then like on from like a search engine marketing, there's blogs and articles that you can read on. And then I also worked at a digital marketing agency for a long time, and so I'm on LinkedIn constantly. And LinkedIn has been a big source of you know new things you can try out, new things you can test out. There's some marketing professionals in my previous company that put out posts all the time. So yeah, constantly trying to learn because, as you probably know, marketing continuously evolves. There's new things happening, and you don't want to be like scrambling last minute to, while other people are staying ahead of the game.
Yeah, I think my how would I put this? When we're talking about like organic and Google results and things like that, when Google makes a change to their algorithm and they push that out, and if you're the last one to find out and you don't know what's going on, and then all of a sudden you got to catch up, oh, that
Yeah,
can be tough. And yeah, I'm usually
definitely.
leveraging my network as well within LinkedIn to learn about things like that and stay up to date because, yeah,
Hmm.
LinkedIn's become such a great place to kind of share your resources and knowledge and, yeah, leverage the people that you know, right? So,
Hmm.
moving on. We're moving into a section that's a little bit more playful. We call it the rapid fire round. Typically, we're looking for shorter, crisper answers, but we also want you to take your time to kind of think it out and give us the best answers you've got. But let me get you started with a relatively easy one. What's the last book that you read?
The last book that I read was Mr. Penubra's 24-hour bookstore. It's about a laid off web designer in San Francisco that gets a job or finds a job listing at a bookstore, and then like he quickly finds out that nobody ever goes to this bookstore, so that's kind of weird. And then the only times people come there are like in the middle of the night to open a set of books. So it's about mystery. I highly recommend it if you're a reader. Highly recommend it. It's a really good book, and um, yeah, I started reading a lot more over the past few years.
I'll be sure to add it to the list. Okay, next one. If there were no boundaries in technology, what would be one thing that you would want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today?
I think I always have issues with tracking. So just like a more unified way of tracking everything. There's websites where they have cross domain uh, links to go off the website and trying to just figure out like where the conversion came from, if there was a conversion that came from there. But yeah, I think the biggest source of frustration is for me conversion tracking. So just having like a unified way to track everything and have it be as accurate as possible.
We've gotten some similar answers in the past of some previous guests saying like a magical one-stop shop that where all the information is attributed all into one place and you can just ask simple questions about what's this and what's that and it'll give you the answers on all the data across all your platforms. Wouldn't that be
Hmm.
nice? Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be nice? So yeah, you're definitely not the only one that feels that way. Okay, next. If there was one repetitive task that you could automate, what would it be?
Yeah, I mean, I do all the reporting for our marketing team. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, I hold meetings, and typically it takes a long time to get all the necessary reports because, like I told you, I manage like 8 different marketing platforms, and then there's like Klaviyo, there's reports from there, and then we use Power BI for like customers and store daily sales, which is not like our websites attribution tracking is not super accurate. So yeah, again, similar answer. I wish I could just automate just all of my reporting for me, and the system knows exactly in my brain like what I need to report on and what numbers I need to see over the
Snap
next
of
week.
the finger, and all the reports are not just done, but 100% accurate in the snap of a finger. That
Yeah,
would be awesome. Maybe we're getting there with AI. Who knows? Maybe we're getting there. So,
and I think
um,
we are. I think we're getting closer with that.
one day we're going to be out of jobs because the AI will be reporting all of that for us. So,
Hmm.
the last question that I'm going to ask you is going to be, what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Yeah, I think for myself, when I first started creating campaigns, I was really anxious about failing. Like I didn't want to mess something up, especially working at an agency where it's somebody else's money, somebody else's dollars. There'd be things that I think are good, but I would be too afraid to fail. So I would tell myself, don't be afraid to fail. Like try anything and everything. If there's something new, like try it because that's the only way that you're going to be able to learn. Um, yeah, and it's all about growth. It's all about learning. And then if you don't try, you're never going to know because there's definitely some things that I've done for my clients in the past where I wasn't super confident about it, but then all of a sudden it improved performance. So yeah, that's what I would tell myself.
Really well said. Be brave. If you fall down, get back up. Love it. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Yuri, I just want to say thank you so much for joining the show. We really enjoyed having you on today. But before we get going, I just want to give you the mic one last time. Why don't you let everyone know what Everytable is all about before we get going?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Kevin. Everytable is um, a really good company. Like we're doing a lot of great things in our local community. The food is super tasty. I live in Arizona, but whenever I come to LA, whenever I come to San Diego, I have to stop by an Everytable. Yeah, absolutely love it. And then we do a lot of other things than just make meals. So I would encourage anyone to check out our website. We have a lot of great programs and yeah, just a lot of great things that we're doing for the communities in LA and San Diego.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the time today, Yuri. We really appreciate it. Talk again soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Kevin.